Samantha from Scrap Masters Paradise, and today I'm doing a video about the new Cricut machine. Already this morning I've gotten quite a few questions about this new Cricut machine. People have asked me, what do I think of it? People have asked me, am I going to be buying one? And people have asked me, am I still boycotting Cricut? So I'm going to address these questions in this video. And first I want to preface this by saying, everything I say in this video is completely 100% my opinion. So you can take it however you want, you know, it's just my opinion on this machine based on my years of experience with Cricut and ProvoCraft. And I've only looked at the machine a little bit. I don't know a lot about this machine, but I wanted to go ahead and address this because I can already tell I'm going to be asked this question quite a bit. So I'm just going to make this video, and when people ask the question, be like, look at this video. So first off, I haven't really kept up with Cricut in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I don't know however long it's been since the boycott started, but I still have my machines. I've sold tons and tons of my Cricut cartridges, but I still have a pile of Cricut cartridges. I still have my Cricut Expression, and I still have my Cricut Imagine, and they're all in my spare bedroom just taking up space. I got my Silhouette Cameo in 2013, and I will never go back to Cricut. So that answers your question. I will never buy the new Cricut Explore machine. I'm still boycotting Cricut. I was personally lied to. I was lied to as a consumer, and I feel like they're just a shady company. You know, that's totally my opinion. There are people that love Cricut, and there's tons of people who have moved on, gotten a Silhouette Cameo or another machine that's better quality, and are totally happy with that. I don't know, maybe there are some out there, but I don't know anybody who's switched from Cricut to Silhouette and said, well, I really wish I didn't do that. There might be people out there like that, but I feel like they're in the very, very small minority. People who have made the switch really talk up their Silhouette Cameo, and that's what I do. I haven't even learned that much about it, but I was cutting the first day I used it. I made one cut mistake, and my second cut turned out perfectly, and I've had great cuts since then, and I just love my Silhouette Cameo. So I am still boycotting from the sense that I don't buy into any of Cricut's messages, you know. From my experience, they promise the world and then they don't deliver. The Cricut Expression, back in the good old days, when it was the original Cricut Expression, it worked really nicely. I never had problems with my Cricut Expression, except, you know, now it's just getting old. But they changed the Cricut Expression. They started using plastic parts. I kept hearing things about it not cutting very well. And I got an Aqua Expression on Black Friday, used it, the cuts were horrible. They were just wonky, and I'll put the link down below using the cuts from that machine, and they were just horrible. I returned it immediately, and that was my hint that the newer Cricut Expressions don't work. And that was before the E2 came out, and so I don't know much about the E2, except I have heard things about it not working as well, and I don't even know if they make the old Cricut Expression anymore. And that brings me to the Cricut Imagine, which was supposed to print and cut. And let me tell you, I could get it to print, I could get it to cut, but I could never successfully get it to print and cut. And I calibrated that thing, I don't know how many times. I spent more time calibrating that machine than actually trying to run cuts. And I've got an old video showing some of the cuts, link down there. I've got multiple videos about the Cricut Imagine showing how to use it, and then my cuts just never came out. So I'd have to do like 3 takes trying to get cuts, and they just never would work. And I do have a couple of Cricut Imagine projects, and even on the projects I used, the alignment on the edges isn't that great on most of them, and the ones that are great, it took me multiple cuts to get those. Multiple times calibrating the machine again, multiple times running test cuts and trying to get it done. So I just had nothing but frustration with the Cricut Imagine. And that's like a lot of people who got the Cricut Imagine. I don't know very many people who actually had a good print and cut quality. I was personally told that the machines have this thing called crawl, and it's where the cuts don't line up. And they didn't know how to fix it. And they just said, upgrade your software again, upgrade your firmware again. And it didn't matter how many times you upgraded your software or your firmware, it still had this thing called Cricut Crawl. That's what people were calling it. There were Cricut employees who said this, that, oh, the machine's not going to work, kind of thing. The new machine promises to cut SVGs in true type fonts, but if you read the way that they worded it, I'll put the wording in the description below so you guys can read it, but if you read the wording, it sounds like you can import BMPs, JPEGs, GIF files, and then trace and cut, or, you know, use their auto trace and cut those out for free. But if you want to import SVG files, you're going to have to pay for their monthly subscription thing. So it sounds to me like they are going to let you cut SVGs, but you're going to have to pay extra for it. So that's just like totally against what every other machine does, you know. You have to pay a monthly fee to cut SVGs is what it sounds like, where if you buy any other machine, you can cut SVGs. The only thing with the Silhouette is you have to buy their designer program, and it's retail price $50, but I know I didn't pay $50 for it. I actually got my machine for cheaper than the machine cost, and it came with the Designer Studio program. So I got it for free with my machine. So you can look for deals, find it for free, and that's way better than a $10 monthly subscription fee. Buying this software is way better than paying a monthly fee to use SVG files. I think that's just completely a ripoff. If that's true that you have to pay the subscription fee to use the SVGs, that right there is a no deal. I mean, that's just insane to me. I don't know why anybody would do that. But I guess the only positive thing is the machine still will use cartridges, but it's also able to use SVGs and true type fonts if you pay the subscription price. So it's always like, with the Cricut, there's always a catch, it seems like. So that's pretty much all I know about the machine. I feel like it's so easy to be skeptical of any of Cricut's new endeavors because they have such a horrible track record, you know. The newer expressions had lots of problems. The Gypsy was horrible. People liked their Gypsy and then they stopped supporting it, and so if your Gypsy would break, they stopped being able to replace it. I don't think you can even buy a new Gypsy now. They stopped supporting the Imagine machine, so people can't get a new Imagine machine. They can't get their Imagine machine refurbished or, you know, repaired. You're just kind of out of luck, you know, like mine's sitting in the other room, and I'll show you right here. So this is our spare bedroom, and we have hardly anything in it. It's got a lot of dog beds in it right now, but it also has this pile of Cricut stuff. I just haven't had the motivation to actually get rid of anything. I'm still holding on to the Cricut Imagine machine, and I don't know why. It's never really worked. I haven't used it in probably, I don't know, since the first 6 months that it came out. It never did the print and cut very well, but I still have it. I haven't yet been able to throw away the machine, because when I throw away the machine, that means I literally threw away $400. So I'm holding on to the machine, feeling like if I have the machine, you know, I haven't wasted that $400 completely yet, you know. But it's, you know, that's just insane. So I should just chuck the machine. But it was just a $400 mistake, and it's one of the main reasons why I'm no longer a Cricut fan. And also, it makes me feel like making videos like this, where I just, you know, tell it like it is. I don't want anybody else to be fooled into, you know, all the talk that they do. And so I am making this video. And I've got the $400, I literally have the $400 piece of junk taking up space in my house. I don't think they even make the cake machine anymore. That was a big flop. And, you know, they had such huge promises for all these machines, how great they were going to be, how wonderful they were going to be, and then they just don't deliver. So I feel like Cricut is so good at talking the talk, but then they can't walk the walk. And that's why I'm boycotting. I feel like they still haven't gotten their act together. They're still doing the same old song and dance where they promise you the moon and then don't deliver. So I wanted to make this video because I've been asked about it, and I want to just put it out there. I want to warn you guys. I know there's so many other companies that have great customer service, and have great machines, even better machines than Cricut machines. If you're new to die cutting, I urge you to go look at other machines like the Silhouette Cameo and give them some serious consideration. So if you're new to electronic die cutters, I would recommend a Silhouette Cameo. It's really easy to use. I'll put a link below to the original post I made about the boycott. It has lists of things that Cricut just promised and didn't deliver. I wouldn't have even known about this machine had people not started asking me questions. So I just wanted to put that out there, give you guys my honest opinion. And like I said, I liked my Cricut Expression. I thought it cut pretty decently, but it was one of the older machines. I feel like they had just kept up the same quality that they had at the original Cricut Expression, then we wouldn't even be sitting here talking today. But they tried to be flashy, they tried to do too much, too quickly, and I feel like they lost a lot of good customers. So that is all I've got for you guys today. After my planning mini-series, I will be doing a Silhouette Cameo mini-series, so be looking for that. And I have another video up today. I just wanted to get this posted really quick, and that's it. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook, all that great stuff, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!